The final stop to WrestleMania takes place tomorrow night at WWE's Elimination Chamber event, where there are 8 matches advertised for this match, 4 of which are actually involving who will go to WrestleMania to fight or to defend the championships involved. My name's Manlykefresh. Let's go through the 8 matches that are on the card. Let's go. To get all updates on what videos I'm due to come out next and when they're due to come out, and just to follow me in general, you can follow me on Twitter at Manlykefresh, www.twitter.com/Manlykefresh. So let's begin on Raw. We have the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio, taking on the awesome Miz in a singles match. Now, this match took place when The Miz defeated Dominic, who's Rey Mysterio's son, in a match using underhanded tactics. And obviously, as the weeks have gone on, Rey Mysterio returned the favour to cost The Miz the match to allow his son to beat The Miz. Now, I do feel The Miz's and Rey Mysterio's match, it will be good, but Miz ain't the greatest worker, let's be honest. But having said that, you know, this match does have a lot of potential to it. Now, following the match, the go-home match on Raw, where The Miz attacked Rey Mysterio and Dominic after the Mysterios took on the Alpha Academy, I give this match to The Miz. Now, only reason why I give this match to The Miz is because The Miz has lost the last 2 matches he's been involved in, so he kind of needs a win. So, The Miz to win this match. And jumping over to Friday Night SmackDown, let's have a look at the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, which involves the 2 members of Roman's bloodline, the Usos, who will be defending their Tag Team Championships against the Viking Raiders, who are former Tag Team Champions in their own rights. So, Viking Raiders and the Usos in particular, I do believe this is probably their first time meeting properly in a one-on-one match. Don't quote me on this. I don't think we've actually met properly in a tag team match where they had to defend their championships against the Viking Raiders. But hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this should be a good match. The Usos have been red hot as of late, and the Viking Raiders too have been kind of very hot. But I don't think this is the match that the Viking Raiders will defeat the head of the table's henchmen. So I'm going to give this match to Jimmy and Jay to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And maybe somewhere down the line, the Viking Raiders will get another opportunity to battle the Usos. But for now, the Usos to win and retain their gold. And moving swiftly back over to the Raw brand, we have Big Time Bex, the man, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, defending her Raw Women's Championship against the Hall of Famer, the icon, the trailblazer, the former 4-time Women's Champion, who wants to make this her 5th championship run, in Lita. Now, it's quite ironic that Lita is actually now challenging for the Red Women's Championship, as if you recall back in 2016, Lita was the one who actually introduced this championship belt to the women's division, and this was actually at the time the only women's championship that was actually in existence before they created the SmackDown one. So, moving forward, let's focus on this match. So Becky Lynch and Lita will probably steal the show. You know, Lita, despite the fact that she's in her mid-40s, Lita's proved that she can still go, and she's still got the ability to match up with a younger Becky Lynch. But I feel Becky Lynch has more of a run left in her, and it will be stupid for them to make Becky Lynch lose at Elimination Chamber, especially so short of WrestleMania. So Becky Lynch to win and retain, but like I said, this match will probably steal the show. And jumping back over to SmackDown, we have my boy Drew taking on, for the second time this year, Madcap Moss. So I didn't actually know until I watched a prediction video from another YouTuber that Drew McIntyre is actually legitimately injured. So the what can I put it? The occurrence that happened after the day one pay-per-view where Corbin attacked Drew McIntyre, injuring him, was actually a way to take Drew off TV. So Drew is generally working this match injured, and at some point will need surgery. So I feel that for now, at this present moment, he's just going to be battling these two until he actually does leave. So possibly it'll be Drew versus Happy Corbin at WrestleMania. But with Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre taking on, they just want to keep Drew's momentum going until he's finally ready to probably fight Roman somewhere down the line in this year. So I'm going to give this match to Drew McIntyre. And remember, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so all weapons, pins, falls, disqualifications are going to take effect. So Drew McIntyre to win this match, and this will be the perfect match for Drew, as he can just not have to do many holds and just do loads of spots without too many bumps. So Drew to win. And back over to Raw, we have the first of two Elimination Chamber matches with the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Doudrop, Rhea Ripley, Nikki ASH, and the returning Alexa Bliss, all battling for the right to face either Lita or Becky Lynch at WrestleMania in April. So now, obviously this is an Elimination Chamber match. We do know that from this Go Home Raw that Bianca Belair will be the last entrant to come out in the chamber. Now, if we look at all the contenders in this match, with the exception of probably Nikki ASH, everyone else as of late has had an opportunity at Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss also had an opportunity at Becky Lynch back in the day, over on the SmackDown brand. So everyone except for Nikki ASH has had a go at Becky Lynch. But in this current version of Becky Lynch, Nikki ASH and Alexa Bliss are the two that haven't actually had a one-on-one match with her as Raw Women's Champion. But see, the problem is with this match, everybody in this match has been absolutely dominated by Becky Lynch, especially Doudrop and Liv Morgan. Like, Liv Morgan's stock has dropped significantly. Doudrop, and now don't get me wrong, as big as Doudrop is, she's very athletic, but I feel like with the size and power of Doudrop, she should be almost Roman Reigns-esque kind of dominating, or Bobby Lashley even, not being beaten left, right and centre just by everybody for the sake of just putting them over. So I'm going to give this to Bianca Belair, simply because of the fact Bianca Belair lost her title to Becky Lynch back in SummerSlam, and this could be the second year in a row that she could win a championship. So Bianca to win. And back over to SmackDown, we have Feel the Glow in Naomi teaming up with this year's Women's Royal Rumble winner and returning Ronda Rousey. taking on Naomi's nemesis, WWE official Sonya Deville, and Ronda Rousey's named WrestleMania opponent, the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. So, this rivalry and this match has been long going for Naomi and Sonya Deville, but this actual match was formed when Naomi challenged for the SmackDown Women's Championship last Friday on SmackDown to a losing effort, and after the match, despite Mr. McMahon warning Sonya Deville via Adam Pearce that if she touches Naomi, there'll be ramifications involving her job. So that's how this match came about, when Ronda Rousey came up for the save to come and save her from a beatdown. But now, with WrestleMania looming, I believe WWE will want to protect Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair as much as possible. So I'm going to believe in this match, Naomi will be the one that will be the decisive factor. So it could be possibly Sonya Deville or Charlotte Flair will pick up the win over Naomi. And then we can now focus on the true main event of SmackDown, which will be the two women, Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. And now back over to Raw. It's time for our second Elimination Chamber match and our first of two World Championship matches, with the almighty Bobby Lashley defending his WWE Championship against former WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, former WWE Champion Seth Rollins, and then we also have Riddle, who will be challenging for his first championship, and then we have AJ Styles and newcomer Austin Theory challenging as well. Now, I know Austin Theory is the young buck in this match, but you know what? Fair dues to WWE for giving an opportunity. Now, I have a very big problem with this match, simply because of the fact that it doesn't matter however you look at it. I've got, you know how Paul Heyman likes to say, this is not a prediction, this is a spoiler. This spoiler is Bobby Lashley is not leaving Jeddah as WWE Champion. The only question is who is going to win the championship. So now, my biggest problem is they are really strongly making Brock Lesnar the number one favourite to win this match. Now, the problem I have with this match is that you don't need a main event that involves two champions. Now, by taking the WWE Championship over to SmackDown for now Brock Lesnar to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship and making it a title versus title match, is that you now leave a vacant spot and a void on Raw with no one to challenge for anything other than the right to beat each other up. There's no belt to challenge for, and the WWE Championship, it doesn't need to be involved in the SmackDown storyline between Roman Reigns, because everything's been centralized around the Universal Championship. But I have two predictions for this match. The first prediction is going to be the obvious one, where everyone believes that Brock Lesnar is going to win the WWE Championship, and if he wins the WWE Championship, he will take it over to SmackDown, as I just mentioned. But the next one is a very, very bold prediction. Now, a lot of you may look at me and think, Manlykefresh, are you sure? But my second prediction will be Riddle to become WWE Champion, and through him winning the WWE Championship and possibly losing their match with the tag team champions, the Alpha Academy, Randy Orton will turn on Riddle, and these two can fight at WrestleMania with a championship involved. So Riddle or Brock Lesnar to win this match. And back over to SmackDown. It's main event time. We have the head of the table, the leader of the bloodline, our tribal chief, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, defending his championship against WWE Hall of Famer, returning Goldberg. Now, anyway, I have my own issues with Bill Goldberg being in this match, but let's look at it from a historic point of view. If you recall, just before COVID took over the world in 2020. This was supposed to be our WrestleMania match. Goldberg had just won the match, ironically, at Saudi Arabia in Super Showdown by beating The Fiend for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns stepped up to challenge Goldberg, but unfortunately, due to Roman's health, he decided to take time away from WWE and miss WrestleMania, which meant then WWE superstar Braun Strowman stepped up to challenge Goldberg for the Universal Championship. So now this time around, we get to have that match. Now, as I mentioned, the WWE Championship, there is going to be an outcome that I'm not really popular with, but just like the last match, I'm going to make two predictions. So the first prediction will obviously be Roman Reigns to win, smash, and spear the hell out of Goldberg, take his title to WrestleMania, and if Brock Lesnar wins the WWE Championship, it'll be a championship versus championship match. But just for fanfare, and just because this is Goldberg's last match, there could be a possibility where Brock Lesnar gets involved, spears the hell, or F5s the hell out of Roman Reigns, and Goldberg could pick up the ring. May not be a long title reign, but Goldberg could win the Universal Championship. So guys, that's all the matches covered. Now stay tuned for my final thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the end of my prediction video, so please make sure you like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you don't, I will come to your house, I will open your front door, and I will come and press subscribe for you. It's not hard, just click on the corner, up on the corner of my profile, and click channel Manlykefresh.INC. Subscribe! That's what you gotta do. Anyway guys, enjoy the pay-per-view, and I'll see you at the next prediction video. Take care. Bye.